And I'm Hotep. I could go on for forever because you gotta open your eyes, my brothers. You gotta awaken the inner understanding. Welcome to the Internet
You sound
Cafe
depressed. Are you okay?
podcast. Well, if you look at my profile picture, I'm a little sad.
Why are you a little sad? You don't
What
like
do you
it?
mean you changed it yourself, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
You begged for this.
Alright, so
You
look,
yearned for it.
look at my background picture. You see the little African sunrise, and you look at everybody else's. Their shit is black, and if you're wondering why, it's because Doka's a racist. That's why.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm not even African. I'm just Jamaican, nigga. If anything, it was a Jamaican flag. I wouldn't care. But now it's just that.
It doesn't matter the flag. It's it matters what's in the inside, bro.
What's on the inside?
Nah, you.
Blackness? I don't know. What's in the inside?
Anyways, this is the last podcast of February, and
It is.
and you know what?
What do we know?
We're gonna finally make a Black History Month special. Have it be during Black History Month.
Oh my god, it's like we did. It's like it's a part two to the first one.
The first one was like in March.
You can see the first one. Look at it again. Links right here in the below. Links down below.
Actually, might
Omar's
be in
gonna forget and
recommended.
he's not gonna put a link.
I'll put it down. I'll put it down because he's fucking dumb.
You know how much work I put into these goddamn videos,
Yeah,
I respect it.
I respect it too.
and then the podcast and the TikTok. Oh yeah, if anybody has subscribed from TikTok, thank you for checking out our content.
Hello,
Thank you.
TikTok. Are
Hello,
you gonna
internet.
quit?
Yeah, our TikTok's kind of popping off actually. Everybody should check out our TikTok. You know,
That's too much self promoting. I can't take it.
I can't take it, bro.
yo,
I just gotta leave.
why
I
is my
just gotta.
phone vibrating with pictures of bitches? Richard.
Oh, what?
What?
Don't put me on blast. Don't put me any put me on blast. Any put me on blast. Yo, before this even started, he's like, yo, bro, where you? Nah, let me not. Let me not. Let
I
me
said,
not put
wait.
you on
I said,
blast.
where's your cock
Let
at?
me not
Not where the
put you.
bitches at. I wanted some
Exactly. He wanted to see
premium
my
meat.
schmeat, bro.
Some
Can we
premium.
move on to the real podcast? This is too much
Bro, we
talking.
not looking at that, bro. We not trying to do that.
Anyways,
Yo, don't
what's the
try to
cup of the
take
day?
it.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. What's the cup of the day?
I'll give you the cup of the day at the end of the day. Okay, at the end of this podcast, I'll give you the cup of the day. How
Sure.
about that?
Bro, what? But we
The cup of
tired
the
of him.
day
We
is
always do it at the
black
beginning, but
coffee.
you know what?
I
You
need
know
the
what?
cup right now, bro.
It's
You
black
need the cup right now.
coffee.
You can't have it right now. You know why?
My cup of the day is black
Why?
coffee. Straight, no milk, no anything, because
My
it's Black
coffee
History
because of
Month.
what?
It's Black
Okay.
History Month, so straight black
That's
coffee.
very
What are you trying to
offensive.
insinuate?
I do not like that, bro.
Well, how about
I do not stand with the
you take
Omari
your
culture
light
that you're trying to do
skin,
right
your
now, bro.
light skin
The Omari verse
privilege.
that you're doing right now. Are you proud of yourself, young man?
How about you kill yourself? How about that? How you do me that favor?
You know what? I might as well, bro, right?
Nah, bro. I love.
Nah, 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 nah. Anyway,
Anyways,
moving on. Are you gonna give me the cup, or are you gonna give me the cup, Doka?
I mean, I was gonna give it to you at the end of the day. You know, at the end of this
Oh
podcast.
my
hey,
god,
go ahead,
bro.
go ahead. Let's move on. If you forget it, that's all you, man.
Okay, that's hot.
What's the next part? Oh yeah, the newsstand. Then I'm gonna put the music.
Cue
He's
music.
gonna keep that in. He's not even gonna edit that part out.
uh, anyways, so tell me, have you guys heard about Amar Lock?
Omari? Are you promoting yourself
Amar
again?
Lock,
Yeah, I heard of Amari. I work with
Amar
him.
Lock, Amar Lock, Amar Lock, Amar
Yeah,
Lock.
bro, I slept with him. I mean, no, I haven't. I haven't heard anything.
So Amar Lock was a victim of a no-knock raid.
Oh
What
shit.
is that?
A no-knock raid is when,
They just barge in, bro.
yeah, it was really popularized in the 80s as a means to stop drug sellers or addicts or whatever it may be from flushing the evidence or getting rid of the evidence before the police could enter the building, as would a regular warrant be. Because regular warrants for raiding or going inside somebody's property needs to be served to the person and can be acted on after you serve it to them. However, by doing a no-knock raid, the belief is that you can circumvent them destroying any evidence. You know. So
Okay. I understand now.
I think I might put a little clip here might not even edit the sound in. I might just put the clip in here and talk. But in a clip, there's police. I think a group of 6 people. They burst into the person's residence, and they see a Marlock on the couch. A Marlock is actually just spending the time there because he was looking for a job and was kind of down on his luck, but he was just trying to get back on his feet. And he was staying with a friend. So when a Marlock, wakes up to the commotion, a Marlock keeps a registered gun that he, has the right to carry on him, and he lifts the gun up, and you can see so in the picture. He's lifting the gun up at the commotion of seeing the door just barged in on. As the police enter the room, they see him slowly lifting up the gun and looking up with the blankets over him, and they shoot him twice or 3 times. Some of the sort, killing him because I believe the shots basically just all hit him in the chest and murdered him. So he's died. He's dead. And overall, he didn't have to die. He wasn't in any way connected to the people involved with the original warrant. He wasn't, connected to like he wasn't connected to drugs or anything like that. It was crazy. It was ridiculous. And this is all on March 2nd. I mean, February 2nd. I'm sorry. And he was 22. And he was 22. And I think the saddest part is that like we're all here like either around 22. Like I'm about to be 22 in like 2 weeks.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy birthday, man.
And it's crazy. Like it's despicable. Like I mean.
So from what I'm understanding, this guy had the right to own the firearm.
Yes.
I would assume that he stated that he had the right. He is an owner. You have to. I would physically assume that that he would have to state that, like, yeah, I have firearms in my house. Don't fuck with me. And, he got shut down.
No.
Just for having it on. No, that's not what happened.
This happened like what was it? He was on his couch, right?
Yeah, so he didn't live there.
Yeah, then I did see that.
Yeah, he didn't live in the residence. He was just staying there because he was down on his luck. The police burst into the apartment, and as they came in, he lifted his gun up because he just got burged in on, and he was sleeping in the living room, which is right by the door. The police basically have him surrounded by the time he's lifting the gun up. And as they notice the gun and see it being lifted up, they just shoot him to neutralize the threat, quote unquote.
Oh, obviously I wish it was handled better, but realistically, I don't think it could have ended any other way. You just pulled out the guy on the ops. You can't really do that.
This is the thing. So this is 6:48 a.m. It's not like the afternoon or middle of the day.
In the morning.
It's he's asleep.
Exactly.
And as the police enter the residence, he has like maybe 5 seconds or so between, not even 5 seconds. He has like 3. Because if you
Wait, what was the reason why the cops were there?
Because
I think
they were there because I believe the person he was staying with was under warrant, I believe, and he was They were looking for the person on the warrant, and the person he lived staying with was there. However, he had no involvement with it. The person on the warrant was involved with
he just got caught in the crossfire, basically.
Yeah, the person on the warrant was involved in a homicide investigation. And I believe it was his friend, but
that's a situation. Wow.
Yeah, so as they enter the building or the apartment, the police yell police search warrant after they burst through the door. So the one officer is yelling hands, and the other officer is yelling get on the ground. As he's just waking up, wrapped in a blanket, and the officer kicks the couch. As he's sitting up, he turns towards the cops while holding his gun. But the thing is that his trigger finger isn't even on the trigger. That's the main thing that a lot of people have been talking about, showing that not only was Amar not, being aggressive or being targetive towards the police. He was more just assessing the situation, or in other words, checking what was happening to him. So as he raised the gun, he was shot twice in the head and once in the wrist by one of the police officers. So yeah,
Understandable. Okay. That was a really good newsstand. I'm very excited to hear more.
yeah. Guess we could just go right into it. But he was pronounced dead at 7:01 a.m. after the police entered the building at his apartment at 6:48, or the apartment he was staying in, to be more
Would
specific.
you happen to know if they actually caught the person? No, no, right? Because I didn't see any update about that.
Talking about the friend?
Or the person that was
The
serving.
person that they were looking for.
Oh, hmm. I wonder. I mean,
Because
probably not.
I'm
Probably
asking
overthinking about
Omar.
that story though.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'd have to look into it a bit more, but that part of the story is kind of getting buried by the actual event of him
I
getting
mean, of
shot.
course. I mean, yeah, one would assume.
Yeah.
But I mean, the only thing I could really say is like there is no consequence for these guys, and I'm pretty sure they're not gonna get fired. Correct me if I'm wrong.
wait, do you really think? Do you think they did? I don't. How do I say? It? I feel like playing devil. Not even. I feel like playing devil's advocate. I feel like it's really that his
But like,
fault.
if you're a
You
cop,
think it's
bro,
his
like if
fault?
you're a cop and you on the move, like whoever it is, the SWAT, whatever, like you have to do your research. Oh, okay, are we positive this is the address, bro? Are we positive this is the description? Are we
Yeah,
positive that this guy is not armed already? Like, like
of course. But like at that point, it's like he has a gun, Richard. It's what if it's your job? It's like this is my
so
job. I have to
then
go
I
in
let him
and
empty that clip with my riot shield, and when he's done, we arrest him, and boom, that's it.
see that's time. That's your life. You're playing with your life right there. I don't know.
You think I care about my life, bro?
Clearly not. If you're an
Anyway,
officer,
nah, but I'm not an officer, bro. I'm me, bro.
you're
Thank
just a
you.
man with a gat.
The point is, it could have been handled differently. The fact that it's not, it's a shame,
So it says here that I looked into it. The warrant was being served to catch his cousin, Mekided. I'm sorry, MEKHI Speed, to catch his cousin who was involved in a homicide and was apparently found in footage to be driving a distinct car that the investigators believed was spoken and was used as a stolen and was used as a getaway vehicle in the homicide that was caused. And his cousin, his little cousin, was 17. So they had a no-knock warrant with guns and all that shit for a 17-year-old who was allegedly, you know, a getaway driver and wasn't even in the unit, which the apartment place, when they barged in and tried to and killed Amar. So in other words, he didn't need to die. The person that was there wasn't there at all. Like, and if the police apparently pay attention, he wouldn't have died.
I mean, I'm gonna say, granted, they probably didn't know that there was nobody there that they needed. Since it's a no-knock raid, and
Hmm.
they just
That's the thing
did what
though.
they did.
For That's like one of the biggest things I've been hearing about, and like one of the biggest conversations around this is like, are the police morally right for serving the no knock warrant? Are the police right for responding to a Mar lock like
I
that?
feel like there has to
And
be more protocols. Obviously, I'm not in that field. I'm not in that like
mhm,
work environment, so I'm not there firsthand, right? I could only offer like an outside perspective, like the rest of us, right? So it's like obviously more things have to get implemented, right? Like, is there
is there
not
like
any other like cameras that they could access or like put in
cameras in terms
place
of
of
what?
like, you know,
In terms of what?
in terms of like, okay, like let's say we know this is the place, right? Okay, let's put a camera right here at the entrance or wherever. Okay, is he home? Well, we seen him like leave at this time or whatever. Is there anybody else home? This and that. And it just depends, right? Because technology has already come so far, right? you could put small cameras anywhere.
Mhm.
And even if that's like the case, like maybe that's already violating like certain things. Like you're not supposed to record, I
I
don't know, other
mean,
people's property depending on where they are, what state, etc., etc.
so from what
Every
I
state is tricky with their laws.
from what I know or would could assume, for them to be able to serve that type of warrant, you need to have the complete understanding that the person is there or anything of that nature, and also understand, like, you know, I mean, the most basic point, in my opinion, is that the person they were looking for wasn't in the building to begin with. He wasn't even in the apartment complex. He was nowhere there. They entered his apartment at early morning, 6:48,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, if you had the ability to understand that you were going in there at 6:48, you should have also had somebody paying attention and making sure he would be home at that time, or if not be there, like he was there. God forbid, let's say like he had a little cousin, or like, let's say like the person they were looking for, his sister was in, like his baby sister was sleeping on the couch or whatever, or like his mom was sitting on the couch and he stood up and he shot his mom. Obviously, they saw the gun, and according to everything I've been hearing, that may be why he was shot at the time. But at the end of the day, it's like this person got shot and is getting, for basically no reason, and has a gun, which is their legal right. Yeah, the gun, they pointed the gun up or whatever, and they heard police are coming. But the fuck, how could you be so certain that the police are gonna just burst in your door and then come like, hey, it's the police, and think it's the police? It could be like a group of niggas just trying to kill somebody type shit. You feel me? And
Of course, yeah.
yeah, like, and people lie. It's not that hard to assume that, to make the random suggestion that the police may not have been that may not have been the police from a person waking up. Plus, if I wake up to a loud noise, I'm not hearing shit. Like, I woke up to a loud noise like 3 days ago. I woke up, I jumped up, I looked around. I didn't even hear anything. But the only thing I woke up to was the vibration of the fucking wall getting slammed next to me. I didn't wake up to like people yelling or whatever. It was my siblings playing
My
around.
bad. I didn't mean
But
to
like,
make that noise in your house.
anyways, but if you basically, my point is like, I don't see why a lot of people are trying to push back against it, or trying to act like, hey, it's his own fault. Because I've seen a lot of cases of people saying it's his own fault.
I'm one of those people. I think it's his own fault. You shouldn't be like fucking bring out a gun. Um,
What?
obvious, obviously you have the right to protect yourself, but like if you don't, like, he didn't assess the situation properly.
He
He
wo-
just had,
he
at
pointed the
least from
gun.
what I'm hearing, I didn't
Did,
read the article, I didn't see the video. From what I'm
okay.
hearing and how you're explaining it, I I'm hearing that he just had a gun in his hand. And he was obviously caught off guard at 6 a.m. There's cops in his house, asking for someone that he doesn't even know,
They
or
didn't
he
ask
does
for
know, whatever
anybody.
the case may
And
be. Um,
I mean, as I said, like, as they opened the door, they immediately screamed, "Police! Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Get on the ground." He's
yeah,
just waking up. They say this within 3 seconds of opening the door, right?
yeah.
And as they break in,
Do
and
you have the video, by the way? Like, you could just
yeah,
send it to.
I'll find, I'll look it up real quick. But as they're opening the
Cause.
door,
Mm-hmm.
that's the first thing they do. Like, they scream, get get on the ground, and as he looks up, he gets shot because he has his gun on him because he heard a vibration. That's why I'm giving the stand of, he just woke up. He's just waking up. It's not his fucking what's the word I'm looking for? It's not his
Uh,
responsibility just to
I'm
make sure that.
I'm just gonna say how I see it, right?
Hey, 1 second.
If it's what happened, King?
Nothing. I just didn't want to hear you talk. No, I'm playing. Go ahead.
Go fuck yourself. Uh, yeah. If it was me and
Hmm.
I'm disoriented, I literally just got woken up. All right, police. Like, I'm still gathering my thoughts, bro. Like, I'm not gonna be on my time, and like, of course, and yes, if I'm able to have a gun, I have a license to carry, and I have access to it, why wouldn't I take advantage of that, bro? Like, is crazy. So the fact that they're blaming him, it's like, well,
So you telling me you would have
fuck
taken
you,
advantage of
Doka.
that? You would have
Hmm?
taken advantage? Like, oh my god, police! Holy fuck! Let me go get my gun. Let me go get my gat and just.
This is probably the wrong comparison, right? But
You,
you get a new toy.
yeah.
You're gonna use that
What?
toy.
Here we go. Okay,
You're
okay.
What are
gonna
you
use
talking
that toy,
about?
right?
This man
Yo,
is
bro.
trigger
So you
happy.
have access to a gun.
You're
Gonna
just
Whoa.
as
use that gun,
bloodthirsty
bro.
as the cops.
Well, that's how we get
No, I
canceled.
am not, bro. If I would have said something along the lines of like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to like just take it out and like just use it on somebody,"
It's time to get canceled.
then
It's time to get
yes.
canceled. It's time to get
But
canceled.
I
It's
did
time
not
to
say
get
that.
canceled. It's time to get canceled. You're getting canceled.
Thankfully, we live
But
in New York
you
and we don't
have
have the access to guns. Thankfully.
What do you mean?
actually we do.
We do.
I'm just trolling. Obviously, we
Just
do.
this, it's harder to get one in the city, like straight
Bad
up.
joke, bad joke.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Look at the video I sent you in the group chat, Doka.
Anyway, the point
So you
is,
can look at the clip and
you
stop being an
have
ignorant
a
white
license to
person.
carry. That means you have the right to fucking use it. And
Yes.
if somebody's barging in, and it doesn't matter, you're right, bro. Like if they are not police and they just be like, "Oh yeah, like we're police," etc., etc., it could be, a lie or whatever.
What chat did you
So
put
it's
it in?
like you don't know.
Not safe for work.
Or the
Cafe.
yeah, that one,
iMessage.
the iMessage.
We have a newsstand. Why the fuck are we not using it?
The newsstand is for new content, idiot. It's for like when we have more people in the Discord, not anything else.
Oh, you confused the shit out of me then.
Oh, I'm
You gotta
sorry,
change
sweetheart. I'm sorry,
Hey
sweetheart.
No.
viewers, I'm confused, but now I'm
Oh,
not.
good.
Join the Discord.
Oh, I want to see this
Join.
other video though.
Join the Discord. Yeah.
No,
What?
no.
What is the
comment.
other video? Did I post?
Nah, okay.
Anyways, yeah, but
Next time, how about we just play the?
Fucking
How about you
ass.
play me the clip? Give me an article, and we'll do it next time.
do what? next time?
Overall, I'm
The
past
porn?
it. For like, you give us news.
No. Supposed to. I want to see you. I mean, I'll do it when I give the news. I'll just like post it. Then done.
Dude, I
I
just
didn't
want to look at
expect
it.
you to be so confused at the concept of it. Anyways,
What?
well, do you
Why do you
better
want me to look at this
understand?
video?
Oh
I
my
have a
god,
better
I'm gonna fucking
understanding.
lose
Yeah.
it.
My opinion still is the same. It hasn't
Your
changed.
opinion is still the same.
You're a liar. You're wrong.
You're.
It's not your opinion. It's not.
Yes,
It is my opinion because I'm not the one who's involved.
Why do you think that? Why do you?
Why do you think I'm not involved?
No, no. Shut up. That's not what I'm saying. Why do you think? Like, why is your opinion not changing? What is keeping you in the idea that like?
In the situation that a cop is coming to my house,
Yes.
I have the right to a gun.
You don't.
I am not pulling
know
out said
he's
gun because I am a
there.
man of color.
What?
I'm
Hey,
a man of
bro.
color. I am a guy of
Look,
color.
I know where you live, bro. You
regardless
live like
of
borderline
that, bro.
hood, in the hood. You like, not to say your area is bad, but like you live close enough to the bad part of the city.
Even if I didn't trust the cops that like are there to protect the country and serve people as citizens,
I don't trust the
again,
cops.
I would not have done what he did.
You don't sleep.
I think I would have done something differently.
Bro,
Most
Plus, I
people
speak
that
for everyone.
have
bro,
most
when you
alright,
get
one-
woken up, you're bro, you
Yeah, you're
slept in my bed,
disoriented.
bro. And when
Hey,
I woke
yo.
you up, you're like, oh,
Hey,
well, what's
yo.
going on? Bro, like, are you for real right now, bro? Like, for real?
Yes.
Yo,
But
what's happening?
have you seen me fucking pull out a knife and be like, yo, what, Richard? What? Huh?
Clearly,
Oh my
when I
God.
wake you up, I'm not
Yo.
fucking barging in and fucking telling you I'm the
All right,
fucking
all right,
police.
all right, bro. You can have my keys, bro. And you know what? This week you can pull up anytime. Anytime. Wake my ass up.
Clearly, you're anticipating already.
Oh my
Clearly,
god. Oh my god.
clearly.
What's happening?
But you don't want to get it through your thick little skull, bro.
In this situation, overall, that would never be my intention. I don't believe that would be my intention.
You don't believe
You
that would be your
cannot change
intention?
my mind. Sorry.
I'm not trying
Keep your
to change.
money.
I'm not trying to change
Nobody's
your
throwing
mind.
money. Nobody's.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to have a conversation with you and understand why you believe he's wrong for pointing his gun. And as you can see in the clip, his finger isn't on the trigger. He's not ready to shoot his gun.
Yes.
And his gun hasn't pointed at anybody. He's raising the gun upwards. I mean, at the most, based on the video, because it is a 2D image, you could say that one of the police officers, the person that saw him, was in the line of the gun. But even then, the gun wouldn't have been fired because at the very least, like let's take a second. Let's say this. He proper gun control or whatever. And this is all hypothetical. Not saying the police or whatever. Like this is the thing. This man's gun is most likely on safety on, because who knows who lives in that building with him. And then on top of that, he doesn't have his finger on the trigger, and the safety isn't on. And I believe that type of gun needs to be cocked back before use. I'm not sure if it was already cocked and ready to be used, but who knows. That gun, isn't ready to be used. He points his gun upwards and then is shot twice. My point is that even though the police have entered the room, the police were not in any danger from Amar at the point. That's what I'm trying to say to you. He may have pointed the gun, but at the same time, the gun is also a form of, I guess the proper way would say, security theater, which is the concept of having objects or items used to give the false sense of security or a threat to anybody that may steal from somebody else. For example, like I think security doors like that people have in their most apartments in New York City that are downstairs, the main door that you try to go through, the front door, those are like, a form of security theater. You may think you're safer because your apartment has a certain key that needs to be used on that door, but in reality, somebody could just wait for you to open your door and then follow you into your apartment and then kill you type shit. That's what happened to a young Asian woman recently. She was stabbed to death by a homeless man when she was going into her house, which had a security door to it. My point is that him just having the gun doesn't mean, he was planning to use it or whatever the case may be. Point is that he has that gun to feel safe, to keep himself safe or the people around him safe. He pointed that gun out of the fact that he was disoriented when he is barged in on in his sleep by ops that he don't even know. He doesn't even understand what's happening because, as I said, with the original part of the story of like why the police were there in the first place, he probably doesn't even know that's happening. And that's why I'm trying to say to you, I am confident that if a police officer bursts through your fucking door and you're laying on your couch, because he's laying on his couch, as soon as they open the door, he's right there, as you can see in the video, right?
Yes.
He's the first person to interact with the police. The first thing he sees,
Joker's wrong, bro. That's it, bro.
he is wrong. First
Yeah,
thing
I'm
you
wrong.
see, the
If I
first thing
sleep
you
with a
see,
gun on the couch in my friend's house, I'm
yeah,
gonna take the gun.
well,
out.
his cousin's house, or
Oh,
his
right. My cousin's house. I'm
yeah.
gonna sleep with my gun, with my blankie on my couch.
Oh my god.
Have it posted.
As you should.
Yep.
As
You'll
you
see me on the
should.
news too, bro.
I won't lie, it is a
I
bit
see you on the news
weird.
already, bro.
I won't lie, it is a bit weird. He slept with his gun on him, even though he's in his like family's house. By
I
the sounds of
mean,
it,
is the
That's
neighborhood like
that's the thing. I don't know how
I
the
feel
neighborhood
that's
crazy?
is.
as strong as my point. It's like he put himself in that situation. I
How
don't
did he put
see
himself in that
any other way.
situation?
I get it. I understand there's very scenarios where you want a gun. You want to protect yourself. You have to have the
What
training.
if he just
and
what
all
if he
the
just
other
sleeps
shit
with his
in order
gun
to get a
on
gun.
him? That's a yeah. He sounds like
Huh?
he's. It seems like he just sleeps with his gun on him, which is
That's suspicious.
that's
And
suspicious.
overall,
Depending
how I
on where
think
you
about it, I'm
grew up.
seeing it from the situation of the cops. That's the point of view. I'm seeing through the lens of the cops.
I
The
also see it
cops
the other
found
way,
him.
bro.
All right, you give me his camera and I'll see it.
Oh
Whose
my
camera?
god.
Yours? Give it up,
Yes.
bro. Give it up.
Overall, if
From
I'm a cop, I see a gun, I'm shooting.
that's the thing. From his,
I can't.
Wow.
You can't
And you
think.
say I'm trigger happy.
I'm not
That's
gonna hold
crazy.
you. You can't be a cop then.
I don't want.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want.
Exactly.
Why you think I'm not a cop?
Nah.
I'm a podcaster on YouTube. Hey guys.
Why do you
Good
think
man,
I'm
bro.
not a cop?
Good man, bro.
Bro, my point is to you to say this to you is that
That he's wrong and
No,
we're
bro.
right, bro.
I'm
I
not-
don't get why you
your-
guys
has
say
your
that. Okay,
parent-
that's fine. We can
I'm not
move on, bro.
no, I'm not
just
trying
saying
Nah,
to-
we're
that
not
if
moving on,
I'm
bro.
a
Let's
cop,
stay here,
in
bro.
this
You're
point of
not
view,
a cop. You
I
just said
am
you're
the
you're a podcaster, bro. You're not a cop, bro. What are you saying,
Bro, it's a
From-
hypothetical. Let's
Why should you
listen to
fuck
him
up?
talk. Let's listen to him talk.
Yo,
Ooh. What happened, Doka, my love?
You just can't change my opinion. You can explain it how other way you want me to think about it. It's just how I think.
But why
He put
why
himself in
can't
that
I change your
situation.
why can't I change your
Why?
opinion? Why can't I change
He's
it?
in a blanket with a gun.
And what's wrong with that?
He has it in his hand
He doesn't have it in his hand.
where he sleeps or lays, whatever. the case may be.
Wherever it's near, it seems to be readily available to him. Yes. My
Mhm.
point.
Look, I'm sure that he would have not lifted that gun
If they knocked on the door,
if they just
they
knocked on the
knocked
door,
on the
okay,
door.
yeah,
If it was a
yeah.
regular warrant, he probably wouldn't have even lifted the gun up towards him. He may have answered the door with the gun on
I
hand.
understand you're saying that
That
he is disoriented. I understand that.
No,
I
you
get it.
don't.
no,
I get
Clearly,
it.
you
He's
don't.
caught off guard. They barged in this, and he has a gun. I
should,
get that. I understand that. Wala haben me.
that's not the point. That's not the question being asked to you. The question is, do you think the police are right for what they for that situation?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You think he's right? He's entering a house. He doesn't know. All
I
right.
understand that the protocol is fucking warped. It's sure.
I don't even
They
think the
fucked up.
Well, then they're wrong. There you go. Boom.
I don't
Boom.
even
You
think
just
their
said it,
protocol
man.
is for
You
them to
just said it.
shoot.
That's what you wanted to hear. I get it.
No, I'm not. I don't want to hear that he's wrong because, and
Nah, I'm
to
here
be
for the drama, bro. I'm instigating right now.
Okay,
to
you're
tell
the
you the
wrong-
You're wrong,
truth,
bro.
to tell you
You're
the
the wrong
truth, like,
podcast.
You're wrong, bro.
You're the wrong podcast.
oh my
You're
god,
wrong, bro.
I'm gonna
You're
start
wrong,
muting
bro.
niggas. Can we take a second?
Huh? Okay, go
Huh?
on.
Anyways,
Can we move on?
no,
I literally
bro.
just don't feel like repeating myself like 20 million times.
I'm not trying
The
to.
cops are right.
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to
20
say
million, bro. Try 21.
I understand why you believe the cops are right. My point to you is that in that situation, a no-knock warrant shouldn't have been done regardless, because they are looking for
Agreed.
They're
We
looking for
agree on
somebody
that
that's
point.
17, that's was involved in the getaway driver of a 17-year-old who was a getaway driver in a homicide.
Okay, we
There
agree
was
on
no
that. Yeah.
need for a no-knock warrant in that situation, because what were they expecting to
agree.
find on the property? The only time a no-knock warrant, the original reason why they implemented that shit was to stop drug dealers and druggies from flushing and destroying evidence. If you're looking for a specific person that you have a warrant for, there was no need for the no-knock warrant. That's my point. The police officer shouldn't have even been in a situation to be
You
able to
did not
shoot
say that. You
him.
did not say that. That was not what you said.
I'm
You're
not.
lying, bro.
But overall, I agree that they are wrong for doing that. That's fine. I'm just saying that the overall situation, they are not wrong for shooting him. Silence. Hello.
I'm thinking. I'm trying not to.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
listening. No, because I'm listening to you.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
listening to you. I'm trying not to react to you. I'm not trying to, just be a dick and be like, "Are you fucking stupid?" Because that's not how
Go for it.
That's not what I'm trying to go
Bro,
for. You feel me?
I agree. Look, we agree that it's wrong that they went in with a no. I'm telling you where we agree.
Are
on.
you saying
I'm
it's
telling
wrong?
you
Now
where
we can move on, bro.
I'm telling you where we disagree on.
No, we don't disagree, bro. We agree.
My God.
Yo, bro, I
But
thought you were atheist, bro. Why are you saying that?
Because I need one. I need one to believe in to help me with your bullshit.
That's felt. I need a God to help me every time I talk to Richard.
Our goddess, with the
Yo, bro, shut the
for real. Amen to that. Put that in the Bible. Put that in your book.
That's the problem with you young brothers right now. Y'all need to awaken your eyes, your third eyes, so that you can understand the truth behind the white man's ideas and supremation.
Hey, look, you're absolutely right. Absolutely, bro.
As you can see,
The way those
brother
cops
Doka is a
went in
coon.
and did what they did, bro. Despicable, bro. Unspeakable things, bro. Doka,
The most I can
thank
say
you for agreeing with us.
overall.
What's the next topic?
Why is he still talking over me? Anyways,
I know, right?
yeah, what an asshole.
Like, stop talking over him already. Like,
Nigga became
Stop
Yo,
talking
bro,
over
get
Like,
out of
stop
the
saying
recording
that.
chat, bro. Go to the lounge, bro. You're on timeout.
Anyways, my point
God.
straight up is this: it's crazy. I personally do think the officer is wrong in shooting the person as soon as he saw a gun, especially in that situation. Yes, the cop is high strung or whatever, and I do understand to an extent why he took the shot. I personally do think he was wrong for taking the shot to begin with, because of the situation that they had placed themselves in. The reason why, that's why I find the cop wrong. Yes, the cop would be justified in that situation if the cop had served the regular warrant and then he came to the door with his gun. I believe that would, like, Amar would be wrong. But in the context of
I mean,
in the context,
it's a cause and effect, though. So it's still the cause.
yeah. The thing is, like, It's the
As
concept.
like if
It's the
they didn't
context.
implement that way of doing it,
Then he
that wouldn't have
wouldn't. Then it wouldn't
happened.
have happened. That's my
Yes.
point. Like I understand the cop may
Exactly. So
not.
then
The
Doka's
cop
wrong,
is
bro. Doka's
We didn't,
wrong,
reasonable.
but
bro.
you know what? You know
The
how far we had to get there.
What do
We
you
had to have
mean?
the
How
whole
far we have to get
conversation.
there? The
That was
that's the.
not
But
your
why are you
fault.
still
This is
going,
the
bro? We
context
can't
of the
keep
Oh my
going, bro.
situation,
god.
though.
Why,
Yo,
Doka?
you're
What's
stop
wrong
beating
with
my
you,
ass. Stop
bro?
beating my ass. Stop beating my
Doka.
ass.
Wait,
Stop
wait,
beating
wait,
my
wait, wait,
ass.
wait, wait,
Stop.
wait, 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 wait. Let Doka talk.
Stop beating my
Oh,
ass.
okay.
What are you saying, bro?
Now, my point is that you guys did not go through those steps to say, oh, the cops are wrong because they did not follow those steps.
Ah, didn't see you there. Here at the Abnormals, we like to cover the simple yet interesting things in life. Topics such as Bigfoot, giants, vampires, witches, and video game machines that the government emplaced in the state of Oregon to systematically track and influence the youth to turn them into the future soldiers to fight the bloodthirsty commies infiltrating the West to harness the government's photon atom splitting technology only to operate at levels higher than 2.3 feet above the sea level in conjunction with the zero gravity molecular soil sampler in the Arctic region with fuel consumptions less than 3 over the second power times pi repeating squared. Ah yes, the Abnormals. The simple things.
You did
We
not.
just said it. What are you talking
No,
about,
no, 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 no,
You
no.
bro?
Wait, wait, wait,
just
wait,
Come on,
wait,
said it.
mad, bro?
wait,
That
wait,
was
wait,
not what
wait.
you said
Exactly. You said
before.
nah.
Exactly.
You can't
You
He's
do
just
right.
that.
agreed right there.
You
You
are
just
right.
agreed right
All
there.
right,
I
Doka.
disagreed because I
Oh my
told you
God.
what I'm here for, bro. What are you talking about,
Wait,
bro?
what?
Amari, can we please?
No, all right. Look,
Can we
you're
please
right.
move on before I shoot myself?
All right. First of all, go
I
ahead.
don't do that. We
Second
don't
of
need
all,
that. We don't need that.
Doka, you're right. We did not give you the context, that type of context. We did not put it
We,
in that
not
perspective.
you, bro.
All right,
Nah, nah.
me, I didn't put it in that
I gave
perspective, but I
him
showed you the
everything I needed.
video. You
Oh, yeah.
had the video, and you still agreed
Doka,
with
you
that.
want more?
That's what I'm trying to say to you in that
I need
situation.
more
And I,
videos.
what do you mean more videos?
He
I
knows.
think he was saying. Never mind. You know what?
How about
He
you
I'm
make?
gonna
knows.
let him speak
How
for
about
himself.
you? How about he just makes an OnlyFans at that point? Anyways,
Shut the fuck up.
my point is this: after seeing the video, you still had that idea of that the cop wasn't wrong. That's my point. And for you to agree with what I said about the cop being wrong and serving the no not warrant would be to
Doka, are you
agree is that
sure?
he is wrong in shooting Amar because straight up he wouldn't have been in a situation if he didn't serve the no knock warrant, if the police weren't serving no knock warrants. Because I think a similar situation happened when Breonna Taylor they were serving a no knock warrant and the boyfriend who was there didn't know who the fuck was at his door, and he knew who Brianna's ex-boyfriend was, who was I believe a drug dealer or something of that sort, a very violent man, and had grips and guns on him, and could, if he wanted to, probably do the
Why
same
are you
shit the
bringing
cops
another
did.
person in this?
My
Why are you trying to confuse me?
my
Get to
point,
the point.
I don't know why you have the inability to focus on more than one thing at a time. My point is
I can
basically
focus
just.
on it. I just need to get to the point. I just
All
need
right,
to get to
whatever,
the point.
whatever. I won't give you any
You just
examples.
explained another story.
I'm trying to explain to you why no knock warrants shouldn't have been done in the first place. Why this is wrong to begin with. We've been
This is a
having this
whole
issue.
different
We had
video.
this issue since before
Why didn't we just
like
react to this?
2010s. I don't know what what you
You
want me to tell
fucking
you.
cock. You're such a cock.
Eat a meat.
Anyway.
Anyways,
I
Is that
love you
confusing
guys.
for you
I
viewers?
love you guys. At the end of the day, I love you guys, bro.
basically
There
my
was a
point
disconnect.
is
Clearly, you know,
my point is no knock
Disconnect.
warrants shouldn't be implemented regardless, and that the cop is wrong.
ban him, bro.
He should get fired. However, I don't know if I should say the cop should be arrested or anything like that. I believe he was wrong. I believe the whole system is wrong. We should change it. Hashtag Hotep.
Boy,
Yeah.
don't even do that.
Just because I wear the
Anyways,
hat doesn't mean it wears me.
Oh, I
at
thought you
this
were gonna
point,
go somewhere
I
else,
could
bro.
tell that.
I was so ready to flame you right now, bro.
What are you
don't-
gonna? We thought I was gonna say.
What
did
was
you
he?
I'm
say?
What
not
did
gonna
you
say
think
it,
he
bro,
was
because I'm not that guy.
You sound like you're gonna get hard right
I'm
now.
not
Go
that
ahead, tell
guy.
me.
Hey yo. Anyways,
Hard about what? Okay, thank
the
you.
next
You're welcome.
topic, real quick, is gonna be about
Real quick.
real quick. The
That was a
real,
long ass newsstand.
I mean, it kind of turned into a different thing, but I'm not gonna hold you. If we had certain people here, you'd have been getting assaulted right now about like 10 different people.
Shit, I'll take them all on anyway.
Hey yo.
Hey, yo, bro. It's not that kind of podcast.
Our trending video on TikTok is about cum, so maybe it is.
I mean, Doka, I could record, but that's all I'm gonna do, bro.
Yeah, you're good at recording.
Yeah, we know he's good at recording. You saw the videos he got. Bro, make
Yo,
a OnlyFans.
shut
Just
the
make a
fuck
OnlyFans. Just make a
up,
OnlyFans.
bro. Hey, man, it's not about me right now. It's about everyone else but me.
Anyways, I want to talk about the commercialization of Black History Month because this is not what this is for.
Yeah, let's talk about Black History Month.
Actually, I do have a genuine question before you actually do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just real quick.
As a
Have
black
you
man,
seen?
I'll,
Nah,
I'll
shut up,
answer.
Doka. And have you
He didn't even say anything, did he?
experienced or seen like, bro? You know what? We keep going. All right.
Answer the
So,
question.
have you, either of you, or heard from anybody?
Mm,
Have you guys seen or heard any advertisements or anything exploiting, Black History Month stuff like that? Like
um,
whether it comes to like food, stuff like that, entertainment.
I will say
Because I have
this.
uh,
I mainly consume all my media through like social media and apps and whatnot. So the main point that I will say, or the main thing I will say, is that I've only seen streaming services trying to kind of exploit that. Like streaming services kind of promote and push more black centric content during this month and period of time. It's the same thing happened during BLM where we would see more. Netflix would kind of like, hey, look, nigga, you smell that fried chicken right there? Yeah, look,
yo, bro.
here's some Medea. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Yeah, we stand for you guys. What was that? You want to look at the green? What's that? The Green Mile? Yeah, here you go. The Blind Side?
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. Like they you see that a lot. Even like HBO had a HBO Max, the app had a section where it was called like Black Love, celebrate Black History Month with us and our black creators. I was like, huh, that's weird. And I understand Black History Month is supposed to be supporting and uplifting black people, but it just feels a bit disingenuous because we're not celebrating black people and black past, you know, we're not celebrating it the way I want or the way people would want, which is like talking about the history because it's history, talking about what we've been through, the things that's happened, understanding what's the world negative effect of slavery and all of those damn laws on the current populace, the current African American community or black community. We're not having those conversations. We're having the, hey, look at the pretty black people talking about pretty black people things that you kind of don't care about, but we're gonna tell you about it anyways. And it's swag. I don't like it. I mainly see it on streamer services though. I haven't seen it on any other apps or anything because most of my apps are like paid for, so I can't see
okay.
any ads
Um, I
because
I
I don't watch
agree. I
TV.
see it on streaming services like promoting the importance of black people. Oh, this is Black History Month. We're showing off how black people are in their terms of business and so on and so forth. But I feel like how Black History Month is like portrayed or showed is like a way of like reflecting, if that makes any sense. We don't really celebrate, it's not like Christmas where you get fucking gifts or whatever. I don't feel like it's I feel like it should be different. If do you agree with that? Like it should be like in terms of like Black History Month, like what do we actually do on Black History Month? We reflect on like uh the actions of black people, like how what they achieved and so on and so forth, and
Yeah,
how it's moving forward. But
I agree.
I feel like we appreciate that. We could appreciate that every day. It doesn't necessarily have to be on a certain month or a certain day.
Mm.
Um, I feel it's kind of weird. I feel like we should be doing more or something different along the lines.
Maybe, yeah, like maybe something similar to how Earth Day works. Like there's people start, there's a day or like let's say the last day of the month we all pour people start pouring money into charities and stuff like that for disenfranchised communities or school systems because school systems right now that are failing young black kids because I believe in Baltimore the way the school system is funded is so horrible that some kids are just dropping out of school like because they literally can't go to school. They don't have like special needs services and classes anymore or special needs classes because they just can't afford it because of the way schools are funded, which is through in
Mm-hmm.
what's it called again? Through property taxes and if the area around the school is low income The property tax is gonna be low, therefore the school is gonna be getting less taxes, less money income. So the school's gonna just be shit just because it's surrounded by people that don't make a lot of money, which isn't
Hmm.
fair. It's
Yeah.
just creates a cycle, which is fucked up.
You're right.
But I do
Yeah.
agree with you. Like we should do a little bit more besides just having this reflection. But I do think the reflection part isn't even being done as well as it should be. Cause like for example, right now, could you tell me something you learned this month about a black person that you didn't know, or like in terms of like histories, historically, did you learn anything new this month?
I want to say necessarily this month. Rather, it's something that I kept in the back of my mind and like not even like taken care like into consideration. We talked about it like I brought it to you like a couple
Hmm.
weeks ago on Twitter
Oh, what
that
was it?
about Martin Luther King. He would still be alive to this day, even though like the pictures are in black and white. He would still be alive to this day if he wasn't like you know killed and assassinated. And the same thing goes for like Anne Frank. She would still be alive if she wasn't killed.
Yeah, the
And
chances would be,
something I did
yeah.
not know. I assumed that that's so fucking long ago. That the
Mm,
struggles that like African American people have gone through is like it's so in the past. Like that's in the back of my mind. Why do racism and things like that still matter to this day? And it's like, huh?
yeah.
I'm a piece of shit.
Did it
I
help you?
didn't do my research and I didn't I didn't take that into consideration until like right now. I'm 22 of age, turning
Yeah.
23 soon, and it's like didn't really think of that in school. I didn't do it. I didn't take the time to like think about it on my own free time, and I'm only doing that now on this fucking month. That's really shitty of myself, really.
I mean, do you blame yourself for not trying to educate yourself, or do you blame the school system for not trying to educate you? Because you gotta remember the way schools have taught us about like that type of stuff, that we're not learning um what we may want to learn, or you know what
I
interests us.
mean,
We're learning what they want us to learn, what they want
yeah,
us to learn, not what we want to
I
learn.
can see that. I can
Yeah.
see like like someone blaming the school system. I personally wouldn't. Um,
Mm,
I like to take the things that I find interesting on my own time. On my own
yeah.
time, I like to educate myself sometimes. Like I listen to other podcasts, documentaries, and so on and so forth. Except when Richie recommends them, right? Right,
I mean,
Richie.
my only
And,
point, or the only thing I would say to that, is that I think it's weird that we have to seek out information, or seek
I
out
mean,
the
I
comprehension of certain things simply because we're interested in it. Like, why aren't we learning about this in school? Like, why aren't
you're
we
absolutely
learning
right.
that racism wasn't that long ago? That there is definitely still racist people around,
I think
nowadays.
I think it's too much for someone younger to understand, even though it should be like not promoted or propaganded like on like
At
someone
least
young.
spoken about. I think like it should still be
Um,
comprehended, because
yeah, it should be still comprehended.
I understood
Let, let,
her.
let me let me speak. Let me finish. Let me
Oh,
finish, please.
I'm
I think
sorry.
that when you're in college, you take other
Yeah,
classes. There's other like small classes that you can take. There's a teacher who talks to you about psychology and like the history, and they really break it down to you on how things actually went down. It goes further in depth than what a textbook can do.
yeah.
Because truth is, history is just not. It's not. It's being deleted. It's being rewritten every year. We get new information about what happened because someone else is speaking up about their experience, and that's cool and all, but it's changing. History is changing itself. We Some facts that we didn't know are changing today. This very moment.
You're right.
Yeah, Richie, very quiet.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Of course, I'm holding on to these other thoughts I've had, and I'm letting you guys talk because you guys took it into a different direction.
it's not.
And I was like, oh, this wouldn't really be appropriate to bring up at this time, so I'll just save it.
Oh, that's cute.
You guys answered my question. I didn't answer my question.
Answer your
You know,
question, please.
What
I'm sorry.
question are you
Wait,
referring
can you
to?
let Mario go first? Because he was holding on. I told him to hold it.
that's
Oh,
fine, bro.
my
Go ahead.
the only other
Oh,
thing I
I'm
was gonna
good.
Redacted.
Huh?
Oh, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it.
uh, the return of
Too much sleep,
redacted.
huh?
The Return of Redacted. Yep, that's what
Yeah,
that
too much
was.
sleep. Yeah.
That's what you should name this podcast, bro.
Redacted? No.
The
That's,
Return of Redacted, bro.
it's gonna be named Black History.
I know.
Anyway,
Let me
What?
get thrown under the bus. That's gonna
what
be
did you
crazy.
want to tell me?
Oh yeah, Doka. What I wanted to tell you was when it. Oh shit. Anyways, my point is that I feel like I agree with you on the fact that history has always been kind of rewritten or like changed in a way so that we don't understand or comprehend completely what was happening,
Sorry, I shouldn't have said rewritten or like.
or
I should say
or the way
a
it's written
retelling.
down, or the way it's being
Mm-hmm.
told, or the way it's being written down is the way that is a way to change perspective. For example, like I didn't know that there's a lot of inventions that were made by African American people, and it's kind of like fucked up. I know about the light bulb and all of that shit and fucking sliced bread, but I don't know about like I believe like one of the first stop signs or the stop lights was invented by African American man. And it's like, bro, why don't we at least learn a little bit more about this? Why is this knowledge that I'm getting like slapped with? I learned the other day that there was a group called the Black Panther unit during World War II, I believe, that was led by a white general who genuinely thought that the unit was a piece of shit and shouldn't have been formed in the first place. And that small unit had like some of the most outstanding performances and accomplishments during the war, and didn't receive any type of credit until like the 80s or the 90s or so, which is ridiculous. And it's like put into perspective, stuff like that puts in perspective how much racism is still affecting, or like you know discrimination is still in effect. And I guess my main point, straight up, before I like let Richard talk, is just we as a society keep pushing certain ideas and certain concepts into this light or like point where we don't know, or we don't understand what it how close, or like how closely related it is to now. For example, I don't think I spoke about it recently in any podcast, but there's recently been a law implemented in Florida, I believe, where if you simply talk about slave in concept, if you talk about slavery and say, yeah, slavery was decided in the third and your ancestors may have had something to do with it, you can get arrested and fined for saying that to a white person. That is the current law that was implemented recently, or I believe it's still in the works, but it's borderline like done. And the senator who's like agreeing with it basically said, I don't want my children to feel any guilt for something that has nothing to do with them. And it's like, they're not gonna feel guilt, they're just gonna understand why their grandparents may think a certain way, or why their parents may think a certain way, or why that community of people may be treated a certain way, or why that community of people all live in a certain area, or why this community of people don't make as much money, or like is genuinely don't make this much money. It would help put it in perspective. But when we hide that part of history, you take away that perspective, and it leads people to genuinely just believe in their mind and their hearts that, hey, all black people are lazy and bums that feed off of welfare. And it's the same concept with like almost all races. If we don't have the perspective and context of what they may have been through, the historical idea of what they were going through, what they've been through, we're not going to understand what happened, and we're not going to understand who they are and what they are. And I guess that's it. What were you gonna say, Richard?
Um, Damn. Now I gotta kind of don't want to backtrack. Okay. Um,
I mean,
I'll
I'll
just
bring it
sum up
back up in a
my thing
second.
in like bullet points a little bit,
Hmm.
and I'll backtrack a little bit. But
Yeah.
I do agree, right? Like, but I'm gonna take it a little bit like further back, right? Like, obviously, we as people, right? We don't want to look bad. We want to always look good, so we hide these other things that make us seem like pieces of shit. And that's kind of like how it works for like countries and stuff. Like America, like has done a lot of slime shit to everybody. So it's like, oh yeah, but in textbooks, it's like, yeah, we don't have to say that. We don't have to put that in. Like, you know, it wasn't against their own will. Like they kind of wanted this part or whatever, like or to whoever, whatever it is about, stuff like that. So it's like obviously, I don't think they're gonna change that, cause even if there is like enough people behind it, like okay, yeah, we want to change in the textbooks, like we want this added or we want this removed or this retold. I feel like they're just not gonna care enough to actually do anything about that. And I definitely do want more information, you know, added in these textbooks, and like maybe we could have more things added about not just Black history, but about everybody in general.
Yeah, like
Do we
Hispanic history,
know?
or
Yeah, that too. Like
Latinx history,
anybody, like
Asian
anybody who
history,
like invented somebody important or whatnot, or started a good movement, stuff like
Mexican
that.
history.
Like,
I don't know shit about
of course.
Mexico, and we
Oh,
live pretty close to it. It's kind of fucked up.
Again?
I don't know anything about Mexico. We live very close to it. I know a lot of
Yeah, I
Mexican
don't know anything
people,
about.
and I don't
I
know
don't know anything
anything
about
about.
Canada.
Yeah,
Honestly,
anything about Canada. Fuck Canada.
I mean, obviously we
fuck
live in
yeah.
America. They're not gonna tell us about fucking the country's history. That's why we gotta educate ourselves. So you wanna be a piece of shit like me?
Ah, fuck you. And you piece of shit.
Yeah.
You piece of
And then
dick.
the other thing I was gonna say was when it came to exploiting, Black history and whatnot, like I'm not just gonna say like around my neighborhood, but around where I work currently, um, there'd be like specials, quote unquote, where it'd be like get this fried chicken with this for this price at this place for this time, limited time. And I'm like, yo, bro, like I can't help but laugh because it's like, bro, this is such bullshit. Like, why is this even a thing? Like, who thought it would be a good idea to do that? Who?
Me.
Oh, fuck you. It would have been you.
That
No,
is
I wasn't
But
me.
so
you get the point.
racist.
Like,
Yes.
when I first saw that, I was like, this
That
is
gotta
fake.
be
This
racist.
gotta,
It
this
can't be
gotta be a
real.
joke. And then I go in and I'm like, oh, this special is actually like active, or is this like,
A black
is
only
this
thing.
like is this like what is this about? And then they're like, oh, yeah, you can get it like this. Like, I know it might be misleading. I was like, it's not misleading. It is misleading. Like, it's not just that you think it might be. It is. So it's like I was just fucking speechless after that. I was like, yo, bro,
It's okay, bro. We can bring
I'm
the camera.
definitely not buying shit from here,
Let's
bro.
yeah, let's
For
go.
real.
Let's go
We get
there,
the cameras
record,
and
and
stick it to the man, bro.
stick it to the man. Have protests.
Put him on the podcast.
Pananis,
Shit is just
piananis,
crazy, bro. Cause I didn't really
people
think I would
panas,
see it.
panas.
But hey, man, that's the only other thing like I had to say. That's why I was like, okay, yeah, I didn't really want to backtrack too much, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, real quick, I found the law I was talking about in terms of stopping people from talking about certain things that would bring discomfort. It was called. Well, the best way to find information on it is the White Discomfort Law, or the White Discomfort Bill, and the legislation would provide individuals from making people feel discomfort, guilt, anguish, or any other form of psychological distress on account of his or her race, color, sex, or national origin. That's how the law is proposed, and people believe this may cause issues with addressing certain topics such as sexism, slavery, racial oppression, racial segregation, racial discrimination in an age-appropriate manner. However, the other side believe that this may help with that, and it's very cutting. Personally, I think this is completely stupid and is going to only censor people in a way. But what do you guys think about that?
My bad. You want to answer first?
I do
Joker,
not.
Mister.
I want you
Okay,
to
one.
answer first. I want to listen to you what you gotta say. So I can rebuttal.
So you
So you can rebuttal.
that just did not sound right at all, bro. But I'm still a little like taken back. So this is in effect, right?
um,
Or not? Like I don't
it
really.
was. It seems like it was being talked about
I don't know
in
the legalities.
January, but I don't believe it's been like
This
full.
year?
It's full on. Yeah, this year. It hasn't been put on full on like display yet.
Hmm.
Um,
I mean, can I ask you what you think about it first? Like, cause I'm kind
personally,
of.
let me stop. Anyways, personally, I do find it to be stupid. I find it to be somewhat stupid. I comprehend the idea behind it, and I understand the concept behind it. I just find the fact that we're taking this approach, or at least Florida's taking this approach, is gonna do more harm than good overall. Because if we're going to avoid having those conversations about causing people discomfort, for example, to give a quick example, there's people that support the Confederate flag off the idea that it's Southern pride, but not off the idea of what that flag represents overall, together, encompassing everything it represents. Because there are certain things that represent, a bunch of different shit, but that flag has some very bad history under it as well. And by having this bill, it seems like you couldn't really have that conversation with students. You couldn't help a young child understand why the flag that his grandpa and his dad love so much is negatively affecting a group of people, or negatively affecting people that they know, or people that they may be growing up with and be friends with. And if we can't have that conversation, you can't educate people. Because the best way to say it is that when you believe in something so strongly, that becomes a part of your identity. Like your beliefs become part of your identity. If you do not understand or know why something is wrong and are challenged on that, you're not going to change your opinion on that. And to be challenged on a concept or idea, you're going to feel discomfort, you're going to feel anguish, you're going to be confused and upset. You're like, why are you disagreeing with me? But you need to go through those feelings to change your mind and to comprehend who you are as a person. Like, I'm pretty sure you, I mean, real quick as a question, there's times you were learning something
David,
or
answer
being
the first
taught
one. Hold on,
something.
wait, please, before
This
you
is,
go there.
no, it's just a quick
Exactly.
question. It's like
Let's answer the first one.
it's
Have it.
literally
Have it.
a quick question. Like
Ah,
you've had times where like you've gotten upset when niggas have like pressed you type
Yeah.
shit, or like tried to change your opinion on shit, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
All you gotta do is say yes.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, you laugh because I didn't mean to like. It sounded like I brushed him off, but like, yeah, I'm agreeing with him.
No, like I'm laughing because you did it earlier.
Exactly. That's what I'm laughing.
But yeah, that's my point.
But
Like I think that if you can't have those hard conversations and be open to listening, you won't change your mind on shit. This bill is literally just gonna breed ignorance and help it substantiate itself. You're literally causing stupidity to run rampant, and it's sad. That's
so yes,
my basic opinion.
I do agree with you that it kind of hinders like the opportunities to have these conversations because it's like now if you accuse anybody of like that, then it's like okay, that's it, you're arrested, bye.
I'm not sure what the
And it's
punishment
like,
is for the law at the
hmm?
moment. I said I'm not sure what the
What?
punishment is for that law. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a fine or if it's
It's a
arresting.
floppy. It's a really
That's a
floppy
bill. It sounds
law.
I do want to understand like more of like
like I sent the link in
why
the group chat.
implemented
The link
it.
is gonna be
Is it
in the
happening so
description.
often that it became a problem down there? Like,
From what I can
I
see,
don't.
it's being implemented in response to critical race theory.
Huh.
Do you know what that is?
No.
What about you, Richard?
Oh, you thought I said the just yeah. I don't know.
I thought you were going, like, oh, yes, I concur. You go,
Yeah.
huh, what's that? Critical race theory is its own can of worms that could be its own video, to be completely honest with you, because despite as much research as I've done into it, straight up, I kind of can't tell you like what it really means. I will quickly say this though, I'm just say what it is, and if you don't understand, just tell me you don't. I'm gonna read it off.
Mhm.
Critical race theory is a it's
Why are you laughing? What?
is a disciplinary, intellectual, and social movement of civil rights scholars and activists who seek to examine the intersections of race and law in the United States and to challenge mainstream American liberal approaches to racial justice. You like that?
Okay, I understand it better now.
Do you
Well, to
really?
me, it sounds like a thing that happens in college where you have
They want to.
justice lords who want to fight for everything or against everything.
That's not
And like,
basically what it
yeah,
is.
no.
I
I
mean, I know
understand
what you
that's not
mean.
what it's about.
But yeah.
But I'm just saying, for as an example, I can see this being a problem in college. You know, like when you're on campus and you see someone that has a very strong opinion. You understand where I'm going with this? Like when people have their stand, is like change my mind. My opinion is this, and
Oh, that
unless I'm
nigga,
going wrong, unless I'm going
Steven
in a different
Crowder.
direction, you feel like I'm doing this
I hate
wrong.
him so much. It's
Somewhat. Do you think I'm
it's
doing this wrong?
yeah. The idea is basically um. Let's say it's like this. Critical race theory is like, the the Jim Crow laws were implemented because of what? Like, I'm asking you straight up. Like, why was the Jim Crow laws implemented?
Because black people and white people are not the same, so he had to segregate them. Clearly.
Oh my god.
Am I wrong? Holy fuck.
The way you phrased
I'm,
it was just horrible.
It's horrible, but it's true.
These are,
I went to the museum. I was there.
is the way you said it. It was like you believed it.
No,
That's the
don't
way I
believe
heard
that.
it, at least. It was like,
I know I
yeah,
said it
black
very
people.
like bluntly. My fault. My
It's not like
apologies.
you didn't say like the concept was this or like that's what it was. You're saying, oh, Jim Crow. Oh, Jim Crow. Yeah, I love Jim Crow. That's how it came up.
Oh yeah, he's my favorite podcaster.
But it's the idea that that wasn't just being done. That was being done because of A, B, C, and D, and why, and that is still affecting us in A, B, and C way. That's the crux or like the main idea of how critical race theory is going to be taught in schools from the way most educators are talking about it. Obviously, I'm not a goddamn teacher. I don't know how they're gonna teach it exactly, but that's what from the research I've seen. That's how it's gonna be a kind of examining the cause, the effect, and the current effect on racial and situations that's been happening. But a lot of people think that by doing that, you're going to give give current and younger children this white guilt, make them feel responsible for things that are out of their control and things that they weren't responsible for. And that's what a lot of people say and believe in terms of white folks.
Oh, well,
Mm.
don't feel guilty. Just understand it.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people
But
are
of course,
the
I
same
get it. Yeah,
concept.
I understand what you're
I
saying.
personally don't see how that idea comes in terms of feeling like it caused you guilt to know that your ancestors did this very, very fucked up shit. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't get it.
What's the timing looking like?
Um.
This lovely podcast.
All right.
We went over an hour already.
Yeah, we have. But I guess I just have one more.
Kill it. You have one last thing.
One last thing to say, and I guess we'll get out of here. Get out of here. We'll get out of here. No,
I'm listening.
And that is.
I'm trying to find it. I mean, but all right, here it is. Overall, straight up, since it's Black History Month. Okay.
That's funny. What the fuck?
Black
This is
people are
Black
funny to you?
History Month. What is
How
Let's
dare you.
talk about our
Yeah,
favorite
fucking-
black people.
Who is my favorite black person?
It's me, right? I know.
You're black?
Oh, yo, that's like a running joke for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nah, but in all seriousness, the straight up thing I am going to talk about is just how do you guys think racism is affecting us right now? And let's leave it at like a one thing.
We talked about this before. How
Eh,
is it affecting
kinda.
us now, or the idea of racism now in this modern time?
Yeah, like what would you classify as racism nowadays? I guess is a better way, just to like end it off.
Just
Don't-
think that people are racist are a piece of shit and that they should just educate
No,
themselves.
that's not the question I asked you.
Oh man.
I guess I just have to answer the way he wants me to.
That's not the question I asked. Is that racist? I said, is that racism? What is racism now? Like, give me an
What
example of
is
some
racism?
racism now.
People who are not educated themselves.
No.
Possibility based
No.
on other cultural.
No. You get the ruler if you don't answer the correct way.
It says here in the script right here.
It's like,
Nah, finish your sentence, bro.
I don't think I really have an answer for that. Again, I personally have not experienced racism. I have seen videos and like other things that has to do with the topic, but right now I just honestly don't think I have an answer. I don't think I can really answer that question for you at all. Not even like I don't want to speak on someone else's behalf because I personally have not experienced it. Um, not to say that I'm waiting for that day to experience it, but I don't think I have an answer. I don't think I can answer that to the best of my ability at this moment because I don't have a story to tell. I don't have the overall opinion. Obviously, I feel like people who are racist are a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But like, what if I'm the racist? What if I wake up at the end of the day and I'm the racist? I'm the piece of shit.
You're the racist and you're the piece of shit.
yeah,
Okay.
you're done. It's alright, Oka.
I don't think, but like at the end of the day, I don't feel like I could genuinely have a hate against a race of people just because we grew up differently or because I don't see you the same level as I am. Basically, I personally believe that we're all equal, despite our races, our race, our fucking religious beliefs, or even our social beliefs.
So like it come on your lips.
Even though there's point times where I disagree with you guys, I don't see you differently. I see you as you, and you have your opinion, and that's fine.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
But I swear to God, if you don't fucking drink my coffee, I'm gonna slip.
What about you, Mr. Helson?
So,
Ugh.
real quick, I got disconnected from my laptop, so I sound like shit probably. And my Wi-Fi was just like acting up, so there's that. Anyway, I think today you could kind of spot them, or a racist like, not too like far, It'll start off with something small, right? Like if they feel like you're doing something wrong, they're like, "Oh, of course, you people never get."
Damn, that one hit me in my chest.
Right then and there, and it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
Have you ever heard that before? Doka.
Huh? Are you talking to me?
No, bro, I'm talking to him.
I was hearing Helson like speak, but
I guess
the audio
he
was shit.
fell in the
explained that
void.
Why? Can you repeat what you said, please?
He fell in the void, bro. I don't think he's coming back.
No, I wanted you to explain what you said. Like,
What I said? What did I
I
say?
was trying to hear Helson.
I didn't say anything. I just.
Oh, you didn't say anything, really?
No, I don't think so. I think I just agreed with him.
Oh well, let's just cut it right here.
Fuck it. I'll quickly say it. Fuck racism. Alright, there you go.
Fuck racism?
Yeah. No, racism is just overall. It's just believing in stereotypes, regardless of how you may be brought up. Believing in stereotypes and prejudices that you have against people.
Actually, I have one last thing to say. I guess
That's racism.
what I want to say
Stop the racism.
is that I wish that every time that there is like a Black History Month, there's a Hispanic Month, that we don't have to talk about racism. That's something that I just don't like to talk about because I don't have my own opinion.
Yeah.
But obviously it does exist. There are pieces of shit who want to treat other people differently and treat them like they're not human.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we all bleed, we all breathe until the day we can't,
You're right. You're 100% right. Because overall, I mean, the thing is, like, the thing in my opinion is that racism is a part of Black history because it's the reason why we even have Black History Month, is why we don't know that much about Black history. But as you said, this is getting a little too long, and I'm Hotep. I could go on for forever because you gotta open your eyes, my brothers. You gotta awaken the inner understanding so you may comprehend so you may comprehend who you are as an individual. We are
Yes,
more
comprehend, my brother.
than just black people. We are African American kings,
Yes,
queens,
yes,
and
my brother.
gods. And
Yes.
until these
Okay.
Americans understand what we
Preach,
really
King.
are and who we really are, we will
Keep it
never
going.
be free. We will never ascend to our greatestness. If you right now listening, if you were dating a white woman, a white man, a
Nah, you
white
lost me.
them, you will. You and yourself are an issue. You was an issue in the issues. Your problem.
I wish we had time to talk about people who actually think like that and talk like that.
We're wearing
But
the
we don't.
hats.
Yo, again, I wear the hat, but the hat doesn't wear me.
How about you wear this dick? Anyways, good night, guys. What's the cup of the day?
The cup of the day.
Yeah, you
Well,
didn't
I
have
went to my
time to look
local
one up.
coffee shop that friends went to after high school.
Yeah.
I got a caramel latte. Overall, it was pretty cool. It's pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
it was pretty cool.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I would recommend that. That's what the cup of the day is.
How about I recommend it?
When I recommend you shit, and hopefully you drink it.
I don't want to drink shit.
I know, because you're a piece of.
Anyways, the special is if they don't give you a seat at the table, make sure to bring a folding chair. Shirley Chisholm, African American
It's-
woman.
It's crazy. We actually have a quote of the. It's as if he actually gives a fuck.
Good night, everybody.
I love it. Good night.
I hope you drown. Yeah, there you go.